Alright, let's break down the essentials of Cross Creek, 1983, a movie that's all about writing, finding your voice, and what happens when you drop everything to move to the middle of nowhere. First off, some quick stats. The film's called Cross Creek, and it came out in 1983. Martin Ritt directed it, and the screenplay's by Deline Young, adapted partly from Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings' real memoir, also titled Cross Creek. So here's the gist. It's set back in 1928 and follows Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings, Mary Steenburgen, who's fed up with her failing writing career and a not-so-happy marriage in New York. She decides to shake things up by moving solo to a rundown orange grove out in the sticks of rural Florida. Yep, in a spot called Cross Creek. She thinks the quiet will spark her writing, but instead she gets wild swamps, weird neighbors, gnarly weather, and all kinds of emotional messiness. Key folks she meets out there include Geechee, Alfre Woodard, a local black woman who becomes her friend, Marsh Turner, Rip Torn, a gruff local guy, and his daughter Ellie, Dana Hill. Through all the struggles and connections, Marjorie finally finds inspiration, which leads her to write her famous novel, The Yearling. There's a big turning point involving an escaped pet deer, some locals getting mad, and Marjorie having to really examine her place in this new world she's stepped into. By the end, she's found a new purpose, both as a writer and as a member of this odd little community. It's worth saying, the movie is loosely based on Rawlings' real life and memoir. A lot of stuff gets changed or dramatized for movie's sake. For example, in real life, her move to Florida and her marriage are more complicated than in the film. At the box office, not so hot. Even the director said Middle America probably isn't that jazzed about stories of tortured writers. Critics were more positive. It's around 61% on Rotten Tomatoes. Awards: 4 Oscar nominations. Supporting actor for Rip Torn, supporting actress for Alfre Woodard, costume and score. It even made it to the Cannes Film Festival, pros and cons pros. The acting! Rip Torn and Alfre Woodard especially got a lot of love. The Florida scenery, absolutely gorgeous, totally immersive. It's got some deep stuff about writing, community and finding yourself. Cons. Some critics thought it was a bit too glossy or sentimental for a story about messy real life in the swamp. Commercially, a flop, so not a ton of people saw it. If you're a stickler for true stories, know that the movie takes major liberties with the facts. Lasting impact. Today, Cross Creek isn't super well known. It slipped under the radar thanks to its box office results. But if you're into literary adaptations, movies about writers, or stories where the setting becomes as important as any person, it's totally worth checking out. Random facts and trivia. Marjorie's real-life husband, Norton Baskin, actually shows up in a tiny movie cameo. Filming wasn't glamorous. They fought through swamps and humidity just like Marjorie did. Although based on her memoir, lots of stuff is made up or reworked for extra drama. So if you're into films where writers have to fight through bugs, bad weather, and their own doubts to create something timeless, Cross Creek might just be your thing. Give it a watch and see what inspiration you pick up.